Hey there, House here. Another week and another successful round of picks for me. I went 10-3, bringing my overall record to 71-36, and my win percentage is 66%. So let's kick off right into this next set of games. We start off tonight with the Cardinals versus the Packers. This game would have been tough for the Packers even if they weren't dealing with players on the COVID reserve list. With them set to miss Devontae Adams, Allen Lazard, and a handful of players on the defensive side of the ball due to injury, this should be an easier game for the Cardinals, easier than most would have originally thought. I'm picking the Cardinals here. Falcons versus the Panthers. The Panthers looked pretty terrible last week, and with no Christian McCaffrey in sight, this team should continue to look bad for some time now. I'm picking the Falcons. Colts versus the Titans. The Colts played well against the 49ers last week, but the Titans are a whole different animal. Derrick Henry runs through most opponents, and the Titans coaching staff rediscovered that A.J. Brown is a stud. I'm picking the Titans here. Next, we have the Bills versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins have played better over the past 2 weeks, but the Bills will offer up more of a challenge for Tua and company. The Bills lost a tough battle 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Football against the Titans, and they had a bye week to just stew with that loss. I expect that this week they'll come out firing on all cylinders and down this Dolphin team. I'm picking the Bills. Jets versus the Bengals. The Jets will be without their rookie quarterback Wilson for a few weeks, and in the meantime they have traded for veteran quarterback Joe Flacco, hoping that his second time around with the Jets will be better than the first. He probably won't start this week, but look for him to make his season debut next week. Last week, the Bengals manhandled a very good Ravens team. I look for a similar outcome here. I'm picking the Bengals. Browns versus Steelers. The Browns played well last week with Case Keenum under center. Much better than I thought he would. It also helped that their third to fourth string running back, Deartis Johnson, ran all over the Broncos. The Steelers are showing a much more balanced offense these days, and if the Browns can't muster more than 17 points, I don't see them winning this game. They are expected to have Baker and Chubb back to help them out, but I'm still giving the Steelers the edge. Lions versus Eagles. The Lions played better last week in what was a revenge game for Jared Goff, but not enough to beat the Rams. Even the Eagles should be able to move the ball against this defense. I'm picking the Eagles. Texans versus the Rams. The Texans may receive a boost in their offense by the return of Tyrod Taylor this week. They played well with him under center at the start of the season, but even if he does return, it won't be enough to beat the Rams. I'm picking the Rams here. Bears versus the 49ers. In a game that will probably total under 37 pass attempts combined, you can expect a low-scoring affair with plenty of run plays. I'm giving the 49ers the advantage because the Bears' offensive line can't stop anyone. I'm picking the Niners. Chargers versus the Patriots. The Patriots beat up on a bad Jets team last week like they should have. The Chargers are 2 weeks removed from getting worked over by the Ravens. They had the bye week last week, hopefully to allow them to refocus and to allow some players to get healthier. I'm picking the Chargers in this one. Seahawks versus the Jaguars. The Seahawks defense stepped up last week against the Saints to keep this game a one-score affair the entire time. Their offense, however, wasn't up for the task to win the game. The Jaguars are coming off their first win of the season and have the ability to move the ball a little bit more consistently than the Saints. I'm picking the Jaguars. Going 2 in a row. Saints versus Buccaneers. The Saints were lucky to win last week against the Seahawks. They may play a little bit better this week, but the Bucs are playing much better than them and will win this one easily. I'm picking the Bucs. Broncos versus Washington. The Broncos looked really bad last week against a bad Cleveland defense and an offense that was comprised of a backup quarterback and a third-string running back. They looked lost on offense, and their defense was struggling mightily against the run. Washington showed their ability to move the ball, but they couldn't punch it into the end zone when they got into the red zone. I think they'll perform a little bit better this week. I'm picking Washington. Vikings versus the Cowboys. A matchup that should be pretty high scoring. I'm predicting the Cowboys win this game due to some more consistent play out of Dak. He should also hopefully be a bit healthier from that calf injury he suffered 2 weeks ago. I guess we'll see. Lastly, we have the Chiefs and Giants. The Giants, who were still without Barkley last week, found a bad Panthers team. Still unsure if they'll have services this week, but only time will tell on. The Chiefs have been really bad over the last month, to say the least. Not to mention that Patrick Mahomes left the game last week due to a possible concussion, because I don't see a conceivable way that they lose to the Giants. Picking the Chiefs. Well, there you have it. Those are my picks. Thank you for tuning into the House Report. As always, I hope this week's picks go better than last week. And for all my betting friends out there, remember, you win some and you lose some. But the house always wins.